Hello dear friends, new GEN users and everyone who is watching this video about GEN 2.2. This day is the lucky one and I'll tell you why. My name is Paul and since the last video update about the GEN interface I worked really very hard, and I have to say that this development was the most difficult I've ever done in my life. It was so complex and it required thinking at many dimensions in the same time, but finally after some failures and bugs I did it, and it works well, and I will show it today. And furthermore, I'll tell you how to win the GEN 2.2 for free. So stay with me until the end of this video and let's invite all new arrivals to subscribe to this channel where are more than 150 subscribers, and also click the bell not to miss any new video updates, and I believe that this video will deserve like from you. Also join the Wave Hunters group on Facebook. There are more than 100 members and many of them can help you. You can also read some new posts and download a few useful files. And now I am ready to show the GEN 2.2 in its beauty. The interface you can already know from the previous video update, so I will directly make the settings for the demonstration to see how this works. So we will directly select the game. For today I will use the Powerball. Then we select the generator number 2, which is the new one. Then here I will select some kind of rating and we will fill in the number of previous lots is 5, and then the future lots we put for today 2. Then we can skip the seeds completely, so I will fill in just the recuperation, which is the sum of these two values, and finally the number of results for today, just 3. And we can again skip the swap numbers as this generator doesn't need to use it at all. And now we are ready to print out the input and output boxes, and you can see as this was checked, we checked only the values we need to fill in case we are using the generator number 2, but I am still keeping the generator number 1, which is present in the GEN 2.1 or GEN 2.0. so this option to use this generator number 1 with the seed and swap is still available, but in case of this generator you don't need to fill in. And the second thing what you will notice is that the seed number 1 and 2 is automatically disabled because they are not used at all, but the quality for the seed 1 and 2 is enabled in case the statistics is filled in, and it's rather to say that this is measuring the quality of the generated random numbers. So maybe it will be also good to rename it to random number 1 and random number 2, but this is the smallest thing I can do and to make it more clear and understandable for you. And now I in advance prepared the last 5 drawing days for the Powerball, so I'll copy them here and just start it. So you can see the statistics were uploaded. The red snake is running, we have the green snake with representing the best result, and we can also show the yellow snake representing the best semi result. You see it's already running, the numbers are generated with the generator number 2, and when we look to the output boxes, for example the one you see the statistic is measured but the cells for the seeds remained empty. And as I told you, it's just clear that we do not use them, so it's not used at all. And here you will notice the number of generators. So we have here the G2, and if you want to use the old one, you will see here the G1. So now it's running, And let's check the speed which we can reach. So I will switch off the monitoring and go to notes tab, and we can wait a little bit for the maximum speed that we can reach. And one thing I would like to point out, and this is really a good thing, it is that normally my average speed was around 17,000 cycles per second, and when I was testing the GEN 2.2, I reached up to 22,000 cycles per second, so it means it's approximately 5,000 cycles more, and that's great news. And if we look here, I just reached the 16,000 cycles, but this is because I am in the same time recording this video, which is eating some power of the processor in the computer. So that's just the difference, and it means that the speed is higher, more than 1/4 or 1/3 of the current speed. So that's great news. And there are two things I need to point out. The first was, as I said, the speed, but the second, the most important, is the size of the generator. And I can compare, and I said that many times, that the generator number 1 is like a lake of random numbers where you can search for big monsters, but the generator number 2 is like an ocean of random numbers where you can really search for giants and really big waves, and it means that the chance to find these great waves is much higher, and that's the goal what I was able to reach, and I am really pleased to share it with you. And this GEN will be available really very soon as I finish the other things like the user guide and correct something which is related still to the interface. But my plan is to release the GEN 2.2 and make it available before the Christmas time, or latest until the end of this year. So there are things that you can look forward to. And now I go to the other point, so I will close it right here. And as I told you on the beginning of this video, right now I'm officially announcing and launching the challenge where you can win the GEN 2.2 for free. And now I'll tell you, and listen carefully, what you have to do to win it for free. So at first you have to download the GEN Galton Game from the internet. So the first thing is, I will copy the link which is also in the description of this video, and the link I will put into the browser. And then when you found it in this browser, you can download it via some button or icon. So just download it here. And when you download the GEN Galton Game, then you will store it somewhere in your computer like I did here. And at first, to be able to run it, and as it's from another computer, right click the GEN Galton Game, go to properties, and somewhere here unblock the file and click OK, and then you can open it. If you end up with the gray screen, go to File, go to Options, to Trust Center setting, and check the ActiveX must be enabled, and also macro settings must be enabled as well. So that's what you have to do. And final thing, if you see the gray screen like I do here, then you should check out also the View tab and click on Hide and select the GEN Galton Game, so you can see it here. And first thing, now it's like a tutorial, is fill in the number of layers, and I will put 10, and you can put whatever number you like. It really doesn't matter, and it will not influence your chance to win. So fill in what you like to have. I will put just for today to see it on the screen just 10. Then click load. And now you can change the pattern. To learn more about the GEN Galton game, I would recommend to also watch the part number 4 and 5 about the GEN Galton game in the playlist of the research and development videos. So I can manually change the pattern. It's just used to 1 or 0. Or if you want to make it quicker, just use some autofill pattern. So you can have only 1s, 0s, 1 0 or 0 1 0 1. So I can keep it like this. I can change something from this. So this is some special pattern. And then you should upload the pattern into the memory. So click the pattern. And the last thing, just start it. So you can see that it's running. I can just show it by monitoring how it's running, but it's just to see it on the screen. But to make the best results, the monitoring, keep it switched off like this, because then it's really very high the speed and you can reach at the best values I am looking for. And what I am looking for is just one parameter, and the one which will have the maximal length higher from the others, that it will be the best one, then it will become also the winner of the GEN 2.2. So now the game and the challenge is already started. So download the file, run it, and you will have 2 weeks. So next video update will be after 2 weeks, where my plan is also announce the winner of this GEN 2.2. So do not waste your time, start it already today and try to find the maximum length of the pattern. So it doesn't matter how long or how many layers you use. It's usually more important this parameter, because I am looking how long the pattern is, because here it's, if it's matching the pattern here, it's marked by green, and if not then by red. So I want to have as long green line as possible. So if you run it like that, so then I got the length right now 20, and I'm really curious what the maximum length really can be, and this will help in my research and development. So by running this game, you will help me with the better research, and I'll help you to some of you to have it for free. So thank you for joining this video and joining this challenge, and see you soon on another video update. And before I finish, if you see the work I do really worth it and want to support it more, you might consider become my patron on Patreon, where I have already 8 patrons, or just simply donate it via PayPal me. The links are in the description. And always the small thing you can do, and this is for free, is just to subscribe, like and share it everywhere where you can. And that's it. Thank you for watching and your attention. If you missed something, just replay it, and stay tuned and have a great time until we meet again. So goodbye.